At 8:07 a.m., Daisy was chasing a tennis ball. At 8:16, her back legs stopped working. 9 minutes. That's how fast everything can change. And the most disturbing part? Her owner thought the medication was helping. Daisy was 9 years old, a golden retriever, healthy, active, loved. She'd been on Librela for 6 months, and at first it looked like a miracle. No stiffness, no pain. Playing again, her owner said, "She's like a different dog." Then came the signs no one talks about. A tremble when standing, a slight hesitation, moments that were easy to ignore, until one morning she ran into the yard and never stood up again. This wasn't arthritis. This was neurological. And here's where this gets uncomfortable. Librela works by blocking something called NGF, nerve growth factor. Block NGF. You block pain. That's why it looks like it's working. But NGF doesn't just carry pain signals. It's involved in nerve function, coordination, and triggering repair inside joints. So what happens when you shut that signal down completely? I call it the NGF trap. Dogs feel better, so they move more. Owners feel relief, so they trust the treatment, the vet. But underneath that relief, the joint is still breaking down. The nervous system is being affected, slowly, quietly. Here's the question I've been asking for over a year. Why have I been attacked aggressively for saying this? I'm not a vet, but I've looked at the research. I've listened to the stories, and every time I bring this up, people are told to ignore it. Why? Why are pet owners being told not to question anything? Why is online research dismissed immediately? And now, as more stories come out, why does it feel like vets, those very people that pushed? Librela and Solensia are trying to cover their backs? Because if this is happening, it's not a small issue. Some are now looking at alternatives like red light therapy, not to replace anything, but to support repair, because it works differently, not by blocking signals, but by energizing cells directly. But here's the problem. Most devices on the market don't deliver what they claim. Same as suddenly vets have been pushing their own products, claiming they are yet again wonder drugs. Best for your pets. Same bullshit, same lies they told you about Librela and Solensia. Why, if they have these products, were you not given them over Librela and Solensia? Daisy's story isn't rare anymore. That's the part people don't want to say out loud. Dogs feeling better, while something else may be going wrong underneath. Every owner deserves to know. If your dog is on Librela, watch closely. If something feels off, trust that instinct. And if you believe more transparency is needed, there is a petition started by Shadow's community calling for these drugs to be investigated further. I leave the link below because silence helps no one, and our dogs don't get a voice in this. Sign https://chng:/v8tjfyxv7r